I always thought the like "May the Fourth be with you" thing was super cringe. To pretend to have a holiday as a marketing stunt for a giant corporation's products is just, ugh, makes me want to Minecraft myself. It really does. It's bad. It shows how soulless our entertainment industry has become and our country has become, let's be honest. And this is where we're at this point. You can just see Nerderotic making fun of this trailer, which dropped yesterday for The Acolyte. And that's not even the cringiest thing that happened for Star Wars yesterday. Now, I did partake. I'll mea culpa a little bit. I went into theaters with my kids, and I saw the Phantom Menace. They were putting it on the screen yesterday. I enjoyed going to the theater when I was a kid seeing that. And I thought, you know what, I'll go with my kids, and we'll see that. And, I over time, I really had a little bit of a disdain for the prequel trilogies. And that probably was spurred on by Red Letter Media, if you remember their Mr. Plinkett reviews. It was pretty, let's say, it was cool to poop on those movies for a long time, right? It's not the best movie, but it was fun. And, as we were watching it, I realized, like, things were so innocent back then. It wasn't all about, like, subversive messaging and subversive imagery to try to reshape society. They were just trying to make a movie for kids. And that's what George Lucas was doing. And it kind of worked. I mean, you had a cartoon rabbit going, Misa thinking people gonna die? And, it was innocent. This is not innocent. This is just awful. From the looks of this trailer from The Acolyte, this is going to be Star Trek Discovery level disaster. I really think it's that far. You have the exact same setup here. You have like the prodigal, strong female lead. It's literally Michael Burnham in Star Wars. This is wild. I can't believe they're doing this. And if you look at the trailer, I mean, it's just a full diversity fest. You have like the Asian master. He trained her. She's now like gone out there. He's gonna bring her in, and he's got a current black they them apprentice or something. It's just diversity the movie, and it gets even further because you see even more like wine ants in space fighting here, like with their lightsabers. There they are. Like I hope she has a cat like they did in Ahsoka. It's absolutely crazy to think that this is happening, and it's all because of the political agenda. They're allowing people who are political activists who don't care about these properties, who just want to insert ESG, DEI stuff into everything to destroy things. This is what happened with Warhammer recently. We saw that BlackRock and Vanguard got their little fingers and tendrils into that. Now you've got wine ant space marines. And now we have wine ant Jedis. I mean, this is I don't know why they're trying to reshape society into this. It just seems like it's an attempt to make everybody miserable. But this is going to be the biggest train wreck in Disney Star Wars history. You mark my words. And like I said, this isn't even the cringiest thing that happened yesterday. I just can't even believe how far this has gone. Now, I've written my own science fiction that's very much like better than Star Wars. So my name's John Delarose. If you're new to the channel, hey, please, it means the world to me if you hit that like and subscribe button, share our stuff, because we're trying to spread the word out there that there are alternatives to Disney. And so I did this one. It's absolutely the opposite of what you're going to see here in The Acolyte. I'm going to put this link in the description below. It's a novel. It's got ebook, audiobook, or print, however you like it. Just check it out, and I appreciate you guys for being there. And gosh, we sold a ton of these this last month, so people are starved for this, like real content. Disney, pick this up. Let's make a movie. I think people would love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get into the Mark Hamill crap. This is even the trailer dropped. It was bad. It's horrible. Here we are. Mark Hamill shows up at the White House press conference, and this just shows you how much of like a clown world we are at now. You have an actor who like hasn't done anything at all in like 30 years showing up at a White House press conference to like brief the nation and just go up there and talk as some sort of like promotional thing for their political campaign on the May the 4th quote holiday. So the White House like is gaslighting the United States of America into believing that like this is like a real holiday and that we're supposed to sit there and celebrate Star Wars, it's the birth of Christ or something. This is crazy. And so he goes up here, he gives us a little spiel. He says he can't believe I just met the president. Wow. And he calls him Joby-Wan Kenobi. Oh, God. This is the most painful thing I've probably ever seen ever. And it's so out of touch. I can only imagine being like a Gen Z new voter, like seeing this at this point and being like, did this guy really just say this? I mean, it's so bad. It harkens back to everything, and this might be the watershed moment that loses them the White House bid because Mark Hamill is just one. He's been insane. If you guys have not followed how Mark Hamill's just like his mental capacity has declined over the years, and he's just become this outraged, angry weirdo on the internet over and over and over again. I'm going to show you some examples of this. But this is terrible. This is if you remember the Hillary Clinton Pokemon go to the polls. I mean, this is even worse. Joby-Wan Kenobi. Oh God, it's awful. But he is just like an angry, hateful person. If you remember this from 2023, Mark Hamill pushes anti-gun rhetoric following the University of Nevada shooting. Ban assault weapons now. So he's anti-gun. He's anti your freedoms. Trying to just capitalize on these political things. Look at how like tired and angry he looks. I mean, geez, this is just not a happy person. And then he tried to like campaign to like get people to stop tweeting. Now this is ironic because Mark Hamill sits on Twitter all day, every day, and just pounds that keyboard angrily about politics. This is who this guy is. This is Luke Skywalker. The depiction of him in The Last Jedi, where he shows up and he's like this like tired, old, disheveled like weirdo who just like failed at everything. That's kind of maybe Rian Johnson like was onto something there because that's who Mark Hamill actually is, and so he like wanted to bring that realism into it. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try to explain The Last Jedi through the lens of like Mark Hamill's a political activist, angry internet keyboard warrior. But this is what he did, and not only that, but like. He failed at it. He tried to get everybody to stop tweeting. It didn't work. He kept tweeting. It was, again, just like something super, super cringy. So Star Wars is completely over. And despite the fact that like there's some all right movies that were made in the 80s and some lesser all right movies, which are a little less all right, made in the late 90s, this is dead. So you can just tune out of all this stuff. You can get all this stuff off your shelves. You can clear things out. I actually did this. I had all the Thrawn novels and everything. But it's not for you, right? These are the people who have taken it over. Kathleen Kennedy, they made fun of it in South Park for a reason. And they want you out of here. They want you to no longer be their fans. And yet they want this to be some kind of national holiday for everyone. Remember, it's about diversity and inclusivity, but not for you. It's not for you. And this is how just cynical and angry these people are all the time. And that's why their products show up like this. It's going to be more crap, going to be something that nobody wants to watch on Disney+. And I recommend you do what I did. So I just went to Half Price Books. I cleared out all my old Star Wars books off my shelves. I've got less stuff in my house, so I'm happier with it. Less consuming. And, I've given up on this. So we'll let my kids watch the old Star Wars stuff. We could do that together, as a fun thing. And then we move on with our day and check out something else because this is no longer what it was at all. And I know this has been said over the last few years a lot of times, but it's so far removed and so far a shell of itself that is just really, really tragic to watch at this point. Oh, well, these people hate you. Don't give money to people that hate you. And check things out for an alternative. This is, again, Justified Saga, the Nano Templar, and created a crazy good trilogy here. I will do a sequel trilogy at some point because, that's how things go. I'm not going to do a prequel trilogy. I hate prequels. That's another thing. It's like, but still, The Phantom Menace was an okay movie, I guess, at the end of the day. Yeah, it's better than what we got now. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Check this out in the link down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, my friends. Happy Sunday. We'll see you soon.